Yeah, just an update on Walker. He's been taken to a local hospital, um, in stable condition. He is responsive, so everything is being handled, but by the medical professionals. We'll let that process take its place. But he's under good care, and sending the best vibes that we can to Walker from our group.
Thanks, Coach. We'll go ahead and open up to questions, starting with Ben Wright.
Yeah, BJ, it felt like you guys started the match really, really well, and were able to create a lot of chances from possession. And then even before the injury to Walker, it felt like Charlotte kind of got more of a foothold and were able to do a little bit more. What did you feel like? I guess, first of all, do you feel like that's a fair assessment? And what do you feel like the difference was coming out of the half?
Yeah, I think it's a tale of two halves. I thought in the first half we really controlled the game, both with and without the ball. I would even say it probably started just after we scored the first goal. The pressure kind of picked up in the second half. We expect that. I don't, without having kind of looked at it back, I think there's probably situations we could have handled better, been more composed. And the first goal is a difficult one to concede. The second one is something that we should not concede.
Audio. Go ahead, Claudio.
BJ, I know it's frustrating, like anytime you guys lose a game, but it seems to me that in the last couple of games, obviously Cincinnati and this one, for so much of the game, you guys were the best team out there. What's really missing in terms of actually making sure that the great effort you guys do, being the best for such a long time in the games, turns out as a victory?
Yeah, I mean, I think we have to continue to be ourselves, and start to learn how to win by playing our way. And we've done that. It's not, so for us, it's just about continuing to evaluate, how we concede and how we can create a couple better chances. I thought even in the second half, we had a couple chances there. But sticking to sort of what we do and just getting better at it.
Jacob Shames.
Yeah. BJ, I guess, what did you feel was working right in attack in the first half, especially?
Yeah, I thought in the first half we were able to find space between the lines. Down the right side, I thought we were able to at least establish possession, and the opportunities where we were able to go down the right side and I think get it across the field. We were able to create some dangerous moments. So I was really proud of the group and the way that we remained in control, and had the and was able to sort of move ourselves as a team up the field.
John Glennon.
Hey, BJ, I guess a combination question. One, I guess on Walker Zimmerman, was he conscious initially, or did he ever lose consciousness? And then also with Walker, how did you feel like the team responded strategically without him? I guess maybe specifically in terms of that second goal.
Yeah, I don't have the specifics to answer your first question. Right when we got back in, it was much more about the immediate concern of how he was doing. So I think a lot of those further details will come later. And then with I think, listen, it's been overall, we're not going to make any excuses as a group, but it's been a strange week, I'll say, for us. I thought the group overall handled things really well, and then with the final piece kind of being the moment where Walker goes down. We have a next man up mentality, and I'm proud of the group of the way that they responded. And there's some areas that we'll learn from.
Charlie.
Hey, Coach, I just wanted to ask you about Andy Nahar's performance. I was really admiring how well he was dealing with Zaha, but it's just that one moment. It seems like that makes it a much harder day for him and for everyone.
Yeah, I thought Andy was great. I mean, I thought it's a tough matchup. Zaha's a great player. And I thought the combination of him and Ahmed were able to, for long periods of time, sort of neutralize his ability. We're not going to define players here by one play. And I thought he made great contributions without the ball, having good moments against Zaha, and in the first half with the ball, he was a key contributor in our ability to break their pressure and move the ball up. So again, a good performance, good performance by Andy.
We'll go to Valera with final question.
Yeah, BJ, in the first half, it seemed like you guys had a lot more control. And then the second half, even before the injury, maybe it didn't pan out the way the first half went. I was just curious from your point of view, what changed there? Was it something Charlotte did, or was it something you guys did differently?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's a combination. I don't think we did anything differently. I think, they obviously extended their pressure further up the field, made it a bit more difficult to sort of find some of the spaces and passing lanes inside the middle of the field, credit to Charlotte. But at the same time, I think, this will give us a good opportunity to learn on how we can handle those moments away from home and under pressure, but still be able to link passes going forward and try to, get behind teams and create goal scoring chances.
Thanks, BJ. Thanks, guys. We'll be back shortly.